Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards.
Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Chelsea. I'm your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. Who loves tax season? Raise your hand. Okay, put your hands down. This show is for the rest of us. We do hope to get you a little bit excited about taxes, refund or not. Today we are going to chat about why filing your taxes early can actually save you some time and money. Plus, we've got this year's tax scams that you definitely do not want to fall for. And we're telling you business owners what you need to do this tax season to get ahead of the next tax season. Right? Lots of good stuff today. But first, don't you find it a little bit funny that we don't learn about taxes until we actually have to pay them? Comedian Charles McBee gets a kick out of it too.
Did anybody else not learn squat about taxes in school? They made me dissect frogs in 7th grade. Ain't nan frog ever helped me navigate a W-2 form. Not once did anybody sit me down back then and say, hey, listen here, the government's gonna take a chunk of your money before you ever even see it. Then ask you to do long division to figure out if they took too much. And if you mess it up, cool. You might go to jail. Excuse me? Jail for math? But thank God Miss Patterson made sure I knew the Pythagorean theorem. I'm just waiting for the day the IRS asked me to solve a squared plus b squared equal how much I owe in back taxes. Meanwhile, we had an entire semester of how to square dance. Yes, I'm still on square dance. Can hardly write off my business expenses, but if the government ever challenges me to a do-si-do, I'm ready to go. Ain't nobody know how to do taxes back then. Not even the teachers. Everybody just turbo-taxed and prayed. And the worst part, the government already know how much we owe. They literally have the number. But instead of just telling us, they go, you do the math, we'll let you know if you right. But if you wrong, prison. That's like if the teacher already graded your test. Knew you got a B+, but still made you guess your own score. And if you guess wrong, they called the cops. Or, and God forbid, you self-employed. Hope you saved a receipt from that gas station coffee purchase from January 3rd, 2022. Because that's suddenly the difference between a refund and an audit. But at least I know how to square dance and make a baking soda volcano. I'll be sure to bring it to court.
All true. That's my take on it too.
Yes. Love it.
Here to talk taxes, Lucy Pethany, CPA and attorney.
Yes.
And you've worked with the IRS, or you worked with the IRS for 20 years.
That's right. I ran a program helping low-income families file their taxes. We prepared over 1,000 returns every year.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a lot of numbers. All right.
Yes, I know.
So you are the person we are turning to find out why we should go ahead and file our taxes early. Because I'm one of those people, I'll wait to the deadline, and then it's a bum rush. So I already know one of the reasons is stress.
I get it. And hey, by the way, this is my favorite time of the year.
Oh, okay.
But here we are. So why should we file early? Okay. First of all, to prevent anybody else from using your Social Security and your kids' Social Security and file and get their refund.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that happens.
That happens.
So
I'm guessing it happens a lot.
It happens a lot, but so that is one way to protect yourself and protect your family.
Okay, because we don't want anybody getting our socials, hopefully.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then...
Oh, you know what I see a lot when baby mama and baby daddy are...
When they're separated.
Yes.
And then somebody's trying to claim, especially when that person is not really doing the legwork. Okay, I got you. All right, okay, that's a really good reason.
Yeah, first to file, we'll get the money, and then the second person to file have to go and explain it to the IRS, and it's a whole thing.
Ah, okay.
So,
and how long could that take if you have to go back?
Oh my God,
and
it can
tell
take
them?
months, if not years.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, filing today.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So second, you don't want your tax preparer to be exhausted and overwhelmed and overworked because of all the people who waited until the last minute.
Guilty, got it. Okay, I know you're looking at me like that. Okay, all right. That is a good point because it is harder to get in touch with them as well because they're getting slammed.
They do get slammed. We do get slammed, and it piles up, and then everybody's trying to come through and want to talk to you, and it's just overwhelming, and you get a little stressed and crabby, and then you're more likely to make mistakes.
Ah, okay, that is a good point.
Yeah.
Really good point, because mistakes can cost you money.
Exactly. So about the money. Look, if you end up owing or if there's an issue, you have more time to fix things if you file early because you know about it earlier.
Oh, okay.
So that if, God forbid, you owe money, you need to get into a payment plan, you have time to get yourself organized and deal with that liability, get on a payment plan with the IRS if you have to.
Okay.
But the most important reason to file early is so you get your money faster. We all want to get our money, right?
You're right,
So
you're right.
the IRS has not opened yet for e-filing. They are running a little late this year because we just had some major tax law changes and they're not quite ready. Their computers are not quite ready to deal with the legislative changes.
Oh, wow, okay.
So they're going to open a little later this year. But what you can do is prepare it and send it. And once they start processing them, you'll be the first one to get paid.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and send me through and send my check.
Yes.
Put it right in my bank account.
Exactly.
Okay.
Love
if
it.
people do have to pay, you say it'll give them more time. Does that mean that they don't have to start paying until April or so? Or what's your recommendation on that?
So it really depends on when the liability came to arose.
Okay.
So it could be that you're already past due if you have to pay.
Oh.
But it just gives you time to personally get organized and get your finances in order.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Those are some great reasons. I cannot argue with you, Lucy. We also need to get a heads up on the scams that are happening this year because we
True.
don't want anybody to fall for those.
Yes.
So guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with that. Go ahead and start getting your paperwork together, okay? All right. We know you want your refund and we don't want anyone else to get it. So Lucy Petrie is here telling us how to avoid the scams when you file your taxes.
Yes. So, oh my God, the scams are out of control.
Yeah.
So one that I'm seeing a lot is they call you and tell you you owe a lot of money, and if you don't pay, you're gonna go to jail.
Wow. Okay, and that'll get people because they're like, I don't want to go to jail.
I know. It's so scary. So if somebody, the IRS is not going to call you.
Okay.
They're not going to email you. They're not going to text you.
Oh,
If you
okay.
get a call like that, I want you to go online, go to your account, IRS account at irs.gov, not irs.com, irs.gov.
Okay. Oh, that's a good point.
Yes.
IRS.gov.
Yes.
Y'all, it's a difference.
And then
Okay.
if you do owe money, it's going to show it in there, and there will be instructions on how to make payments.
Okay.
But do not pay somebody over the phone. Do not send them gift certificates or gift whatever.
Cards.
Yeah.
I have heard they'll ask for gift cards
Yeah.
or maybe even a cash
Western
app.
Union. Yeah.
Wow.
So don't fall for that.
Okay, don't do
Okay.
it. Don't do it.
Another one is this just the plain stealing of your identity and taking in the money, especially with the kids. Those are very common, and by the time you realize what happened, it takes forever to fix it. I don't want you to fall for that. But the worst one, and that I see a lot, is the fake tax preparers or the fraudulent tax preparers. And it goes like this. You go somewhere to get your taxes done, and you think you're doing everything right. They give you a copy of your tax return, and let's say you have $1,000 coming back to you. Well, the preparer files something else with a lot of fraudulent credits or fake deductions.
Oh, wow.
And that return has you receiving, say, $10,000. They will pocket that $9,000 and you will get $1,000. And you think everything is okay and that you did your civic duty
Yeah.
and, complied with the law.
And you're happy because you got your $1,000.
Right, but then you get a letter from the IRS asking you to pay back $10,000 because it was fake.
It was, and you're getting audited. I'm
Exactly.
sure, because all of those fraudulent deductions.
Right, exactly. So that happens a lot. So
What?
here's how to avoid it.
Okay,
Here's
yes,
what to watch
please.
out for.
Yes.
So first of all, these are usually fly-by-night places. You're not going to find them after April 15. So
Okay.
look at their reputation. look at their credentials. If they're a CPA or an enrolled agent, they have to answer to the state if they do something bad, right? We can track them down. We know where they live.
Okay,
And we
yeah.
can take away their ability to practice. So make sure they have credentials.
Okay,
And
what do those credentials look like? Are we able
Yeah.
to pull them up online? or-
absolutely. Just
Okay.
search CPA or enrolled agent.
Okay.
And you will know that they have a lot to lose if there's a complaint filed against them.
Got it.
Okay, but here's the most important thing. Never, 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 ever let somebody use somebody else's bank account
Oh, okay.
to receive your refund.
Okay.
Never, ever.
So are they also putting in different bank account information and having you sign off on that?
Correct, correct. So
Wow.
then the refund will go to them, and they're going to give you the $1,000 and keep the $9,000. So make sure that it is going to your bank account, and make sure that they are signing that tax return, because it's very common for them to put your name in there and not put their name, so they cannot be tracked down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I just can't stand a scammer.
Yes, yes.
So is there any way, like, I guess, are there records somewhere if you run across one of these people and you're not sure? Make sure that they're certified. That's one way.
Correct.
Is there any other record if they've been doing this fraudulent activity across your area?
It's really hard because they move. They don't stay in one place.
Okay.
So I would definitely look at maybe their Google reviews and make sure that they've been at that location for a number of years, that they're not going to disappear after tax season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all
I
right.
know.
I didn't. Man, this is so crafty, these. Okay, you also mentioned our children's information getting stolen. Is there
Right.
any way to protect that information as well?
Absolutely. You can ask the IRS to give you a PIN number. And that is like a password that you have to have every time you file the tax return. It's a bit of a hassle because you have to get that password every year, but it will prevent other people from using your information.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
point. All right.
That's one way.
Then are there any other ways to make sure that we are protected and we get our money back, Lucy?
Right. Okay. So check your account at irs.gov. Keep an eye on that, just like you do with your credit.
Okay.
Make sure you're using somebody credentialed. Protect your information, and check on your loved ones, especially the elderly. The elderly are very vulnerable to these scams.
Okay.
So keep an eye on them.
Yeah, that's a good one. Go
Yeah.
ahead, make sure they watch this show when we put it on
Yes,
YouTube.
yes.
Make sure they know what to look out for as well. Don't fall for those phone calls, Meemaw.
I
All
know.
right, thank you so much, Lucy.
Thank
Appreciate you
you.
making sure we get our money.
Yes.
All right, guys, when we come back, we got those tips that you business owners need to know to make sure those taxes are right as well. All right, be right back. Macy Epting is a first-generation millionaire and the CEO of Complete Tax and Training Software. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me back.
Well, yeah, coming back. we had a good chat before about vacations. You're a lady who moves around a lot.
Yes.
And you do a lot of things. So let's get into the taxes because that's what the folks want to know about.
Right.
Now, why did you make this software and who is it for?
Well, the software is for any entrepreneur that's looking to get into the tax industry and any experienced tax professional looking for community and mentorship outside, along with their software. So that's exactly who it's for. So we make it very easy for anybody with no type of experience in the tax industry to get involved, right? We have that new experience, beginner friendly tax software on up to more accounting, CPA, expert level type of software.
Okay, people who know the ins and outs
Right.
and all the numbers and okay. Now, you say that every business owner should know taxes, like they should actually learn how to do this. Why do you think that's important?
Because it's so important to know the tax implications of your financial decisions. And a lot of business owners do not realize that the way that they may budget or spend their expenses or even give money, right? When they find out that these are tax liabilities and not deductions or credits that can actually help them at the end of the year, they start to prepare, plan, and actually, give their money, and they watch their spending habits more, so they can be more profitable.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, so when they're swiping the card, they might make a better decision because they understand if
their finances and the tax implications of that purchase.
Okay, so there's a different, you say liability, so that means that you're just spending that money and you're not able to write it off?
Correct.
Okay.
Right, you can't expense it, and it's not gonna give you a credit, right? So it's not gonna add to your income, right? And it's not going to take away from your income in a way that it qualifies you for credits or give you a deduction to reduce your taxable income.
Okay, so what are some liabilities that you see that business owners might think at first, I'm gonna write this off at the end of the year, deduction, deduct.
Entertainment, right? That's one of the biggest things, right? Business owners think that, hey, I'm gonna go take the staff out, right, to a game or, to a night out of fun, right?
Yeah.
But if any of these expenses actually fall up under the entertainment category, right, that's not tax deductible. And guess what? You're gonna get taxed on that income that you're using, because even though, right, when you start to do your books, right, and anything that you're spending that falls up under like the entertainment and meal category, right, you're not going to be able to deduct it from your taxable income.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so I know some people are flabbergasted like myself. I haven't even tried this before, but I've seen it several times. These Instagram people will tell you how to do your taxes, and they'll say, as long as you talk a little business, you're good.
Right, but listen, you have to be right, like, is it documented, right? And how long was the business actually being conducted, and was it the original purpose of this meeting? If the original purpose of this meeting was to have fun, to fellowship, right, and it's not really necessary or needed for the business growth, then you can't come back and say, I had a few conversations of business, right? But more conversations of fun, entertainment, drinks,
Or the weekend, who you're dating and all that.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Okay. See, this is pertinent information at the beginning of the year as well, so we know how to carry on and we stay in line.
Exactly, throughout the year.
Yes. Now, are there other things that business owners are surprised by when they get into it and learn that they can't just write off and deduct everything?
Yes, a lot of business owners do not realize that we are actually also taxed on the purchases that we use to work our business. So for an example, we're supposed to be paying taxes on every pen, sticky note, computer desk we own. All those are operational costs that really, and they just think about federal, that's why. But you have to pay those to your local state entity, so like your county, so you have to pay the usage tax on those as well.
Oh, wow. This is just not working out great for me. But you do, even with all of these rules, you do encourage people to start businesses, and especially if they want to get in the tax business.
That's correct, because the tax code is not scary. It's actually meant to empower ownership. And the great thing about this, when you are a business owner, you do have the opportunity to write off just about every part of your business and living. If it pertains, if it helps you with your business, you just need to make sure that you order your business right and it's aligned with the tax code.
Okay. So how would somebody who's just starting out actually know to do the right things instead of just waiting until the end of the, or waiting till tax time and then finding out that they did all the wrong things all year?
Yeah. So the first thing I really do is I always encourage people when they're starting to get serious about their finances. I'm like, hey, have you even looked at your personal tax account? Right? And you can do that by going to irs.gov and actually creating you an individual account and looking at what's going on with you personally. All right. From there, all right, I would take that information to my tax strategist, especially if I'm a business owner, because you need a tax strategist, okay? And let them look and see what I'm doing personally compared to what I'm doing as a professional on the business side, and I would get me a true tax plan that supports my growth as a business owner.
Okay, so meet with somebody about your taxes before it's time to file.
Before it's time to file, so that you can plan accordingly.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I know you got a lot of people out there who are like, oh, you make it sound easy. I'm just going to go with that if they're interested in maybe learning more about the tax business.
Yes, so we have a 24/7 local number that they can dial from anywhere in the United States, basically the world, okay? It's 832-900-4992. You can literally text whatever question you may have pertaining to taxes, credit, or funding, and one of our live agents, right, we have them working 24/7 around the clock, will answer you. Okay, and if it's something that needs more detailed information, they will make sure that you get an appointment booked with me or one of the other executives at Complete Tax and Training Software, so we can make sure that people are educated.
Yeah.
So that they are filing the right way, and they are building the right systems for their business, so they can, use more tax avoidance strategies instead of tax evasion. Tax avoidance is legal. Tax evasion is illegal.
Oh, great point there. Okay. Yes, we want to make sure we're on the legal side.
Right.
Thank you for getting us right, girl. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Thank you for watching this episode of Chattin' with Chelsea. We hope we made tax season a bit less stressful for you. Okay, do not forget to sign those documents and get copies of absolutely everything. And if any of those scammers call you, do not give them any of your personal information. Remember, as Lucy said, the IRS is not going to call you, text you, or send you an email. Don't let them get your money, all right? You guys keep up with us on social at Chelsea Show Fox and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Chattin' with Chelsea, and we'll see you on the next episode.